Welcome back to Untitled Football. This video is going to be a movie review on the movie Concussion that stars Will Smith that came out on Christmas Day. So if you're new to my channel, I'm going to give you guys a little background about myself. So I played professional arena football for 2 years and I played minor league football for 5 years. So obviously I was interested in this movie and this is my first movie review. Also, if you found my channel and this review from watching other movie reviews, I'm going to tell you that this review is going to be different. I'm not going to get into who the director was, how talented the director or actors are, or anything like that. What this review will tell you is if the movie is worth seeing, if it's worth paying your $17.99 to see in the theaters, if it's worth waiting for Redbox, or if it's worth just a Netflix and chill night. Now, if you hadn't heard about this Concussion movie, you must be living under a rock. Obviously, this channel is dedicated to football, which is why I went to see the movie. So without spoiling the movie for you, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the film. The film stars Will Smith, who plays Dr. Bennett Amalu. Dr. Bennett Amalu, if you don't know, is a Nigerian-born doctor, scientist, neurologist. He explains all his degrees in the movie, but he basically is the person who discovered CTE. That is a brain injury, a brain trauma that is induced by successive hits in a sport like football. So the movie is titled Concussion. Revolves around concussions, but honestly CTE is much deeper than that. So it does result not only from concussions, but all of the smaller little blows that happen in a sport like football. So in the story, in the movie, it covers off on how he discovers this in Iron Mike Webster for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and then goes through how that impacts the NFL. The movie also stars Alec Baldwin, who's another famous popular actor, and he plays Dr. Bennett's sidekick, Dr. Julian, who used to be a team physician for the Steelers. And then it also stars Luke Wilson, Owen Wilson's brother, as Roger Goodell. So you see all those actors in here putting together this film. What I will tell you about the film is that it is attention grabbing. It's about 2 hours long. Some movies feel a little long at that length, but that's kind of standard time for movies these days, but it didn't feel like 2 hours. Sat there and was intrigued the entire time, especially if you play football, you have played football, you want to play football, your kids play football, your friends play football, this movie's going to be interesting to you. The way they tell the story is super cool just because they go into the detail. You see the emotion of Will Smith's character, and then you also see the representation of the NFL. They use real teams, real logos, real footage that actually dates back to 2000 when Roger Goodell was in front of Congress. They use just a lot of real footage throughout the film, and that makes it more realistic as you're actually watching the film. Just like any other movie, there's one main storyline and then there's a couple other storylines. So the main storyline is the one I told you about. There's two minor ones. One I'll touch on really briefly. It's more of a love story between Dr. Bennett Amalu and the girl that he meets. Push that one to the side. But then there's another story just on the passion, dedication, and the struggle of Dr. Amalu as he's presenting his findings to the researchers, to the NFL, and I'll touch on that a little bit later. The movie is very emotional. It shows the darker side of football, and that's why I recommend it for all football players. If you have any touch with the sport, that you're going to want to see this film. While watching it, I mean, your emotions are going to go to excited, to happy, to sad, to even possibly scared, which all make for a great film. Now, the secondary storyline that I kind of talked about with Dr. Amalu's struggles, something that you can take away from this film is really just passion, dedication to your work. There's lots of times that he was told no. There's lots of times that he had roadblocks in his way and he still pushed through, and you see those impacts and the fortune of that on the public now, and the knowledge that we have about head trauma and how it's become something more serious that we're concerned about, and how it's actually changing the game of football. Final conclusion on this film, it is a must-see in theaters right away. As soon as you watch this review, go buy your ticket, Fandango, whatever, go get the film and watch it. So that's my review. If you haven't seen the trailers already, search for it on YouTube. I wish I could include it in this video, but of course YouTube would take it down. So if you like my review and my videos, remember to give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.